Hello, what's cracking? What's popping, you beautiful people of the world? It is the Sultan of Sexy, your favorite 17-year-old podcast host, Chris Rotondo. Tom, how are we doing on this fine, fine day?
I'm doing a lot better that you just called yourself the Sultan of Sexy. I
Of
mean, listen, I've
course,
I've heard of Sultan of SWAT with Babe Ruth, but I mean, listen.
the Sultan of SWAT.
But
Uh,
how we doing? How we doing? It's
I'm doing all right.
gorgeous.
We're alive. We're alive. We are running the game like it's nobody's business, you know? The usual
Absolutely.
deal. The usual deal. It's a week. It's a week. We're alive. We're moving.
We
How
are
about you?
vibing too.
You all
Thank
right?
God. I mean, we're trying to live our best lives out here in quarantine with the numbers going up. But like, listen, hey, we vibe. It's another
Gotta
good
do
week.
what you
Another good
gotta
week.
do. We are alive, young, and prospering. God bless. God bless.
God bless. But hey,
Uh,
listen, I think, third week in, people should know the drill by now. Let's get right into the week in review.
I think we should. We should just go right into that. Let's get it rolling.
Okay. Listen, this past week, one of the biggest trades that I've ever seen in my life
Agree.
happened in the NBA. We're going right into it. James Harden is a Brooklyn Net.
I mean, who would expect it? I was shocked. I was more just rattled by the fact that there's going to be three ball dominant stars in Brooklyn. That's just strange to me. Like I saw a meme and it was like when KD, James Harden, Kyrie are on the court at the same time, and it cut to like a 2K clip,
Yeah,
and they're all
I've
just like
seen it, yeah.
just dribbling for like 10 seconds. They pass it off, dribble for 10 seconds. Oh my God, it's gonna be
Bro,
so bad.
Charles Barkley said it best. KD went from the Splash Brothers to the Dribble Brothers.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
going to be insane. Now, listen, I thought it was crazy to begin with that he was going to Brooklyn. Like, I mean, obviously we knew there was some tension brewing between him and DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, he wanted out of Houston bad.
It was pretty apparent. And Westbrook really didn't do anything either to like save his case.
I was gonna say it
But
didn't really help.
not only did he go to Brooklyn, but there were three other teams in this deal, which blew. I didn't even think.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It just rattled. It like shook up the league, man.
I mean, I think, to be honest, in my personal opinion, I think the winner. So the other three teams, let me just put that out there. We have the Nets, obviously, who got James Harden. Then you have the Rockets, again, who he came from. And then the Pacers and the Cavaliers were also mixed in. But I think the Rockets were the team that actually came out with the best deal on this whole trade.
I
I mean, think
definitely
about it.
agree.
They got Victor Oladipo from the Pacers. They got also Dante Exum. They got who else? Who is that?
Some guy, some
Rodion's
nobody.
Kirkius,
Yeah,
all right, whatever.
yeah,
But the
some
big
weirdo.
thing is that they got 3 first-round draft picks for next year, 2024, and 2026 from Brooklyn. Now, obviously, that's all going to determine all be determined by how Brooklyn plays in the next 4 years,
Yep.
or whatever, 6 years. But think about it. That's 3 first-round picks that are just basically free.
Yep. And then there's a first round pick from Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
which I think the Nets might have previously traded for, so they might have had that already.
And
So
then
that might be from the
they swapped the first rounds for 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027.
That's huge. You remember, wait, all I'm saying about this trade, and this is just my personal opinion that I like to relate to. Do you remember the last time that the Nets threw away their entire future for a couple good players? Paul
Yep.
Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and what happened?
Look at Boston.
Jack shit.
Look at
Nothing
Boston, though.
happened.
Jason Tatum.
Boston made out perfect.
I think this is exactly what's going to happen with the Rockets. Now, for the other two teams that were a part of this trade, the Pacers did get Chris LeVert and a second-round pick, and the
First of all, it's
Cavaliers.
good.
Chris LeVert, solid role player, and he could fit well with the team.
I think personally, since Oladipo has left the Pacers, this is going to be Karis LeVert's opportunity to become a star.
I completely agree with you on that. I think it's time. I mean, the Pacers now that they don't have Oladipo. They really don't have like that mainstay. Chris
Yeah.
LeVert can really make his. Is it Chris? No, I'm saying his name wrong. Karis LeVert. I'm
Yeah,
so
Karis
sorry.
LeVert.
Anyway, the font is too small on my screen. I can't read it.
Understood. Understood.
Karis LeVert, he can make an impact, I think, in Indiana, but it's all going to take time because it's a whole new atmosphere there now that they lost their key man in Oladipo. But
Yeah.
the Cavs also did pick Jared Allen and Torian Price, but Prince. Again, I can't read today.
You suck, man.
I know I can't. I'm English hard.
Yeah, Jared Allen though is a solid center. He wasn't getting as much game time as I believe he should have. Love DeAndre Jordan on the Nets, but he's old as shit per se. Old as the sun, if you want to even go that far.
Maybe even older than dirt.
Exactly. And yeah, so I feel like Jared Allen definitely should have been getting more time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he got his move to the Cavs so he can, grow more as a player and, work towards the future. That's a good personal move.
That fro that he has is definitely going to make some big waves.
Torian Prince isn't exactly young.
Yeah.
But he's been around the league. He's a journeyman, so this is probably nothing new to him. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Yeah. But who really wants to go to Cleveland? Let's be real. But listen, that's still such a big trade. I think the Nets, I mean, again, I don't know. There's so much brewing with the Nets. Kyrie, who's a basketball player, doesn't want to play basketball, but only wants to make money.
That's the big problem. I saw something that Stephen A. put out, and he was like, I think Kyrie Irving should retire. And honestly, I agree in the sense of he does not love the game, and that is disgusting in my eyes. If you get paid to play a game, you should enjoy your life. You're living people's dream, and you don't want to play. Like, come on, dude.
You're taking it way too much for granted. I think that he's definitely. I don't know what his problem was. Ever since he left Cleveland, he's become this like big mental case.
Yeah, like what's it called? As long as this is my personal opinion, as long as Kyrie Irving's in Brooklyn, it's not going to work. They're not going to win a title.
I agree.
Solely because of on-ball. It's going to be on-ball issues. He left Cleveland because he wanted to be the main guy. He wanted to be the star of his own team. He went to Boston. Didn't work out. They went to Brooklyn to kind of do the same thing. And then Kevin Durant comes, James Harden comes, and all of a sudden Kyrie's the third guy.
Right.
Which is the lowest he's been.
Yeah. He's always been at least two.
He's always been one or two, and now he's the third guy. So I'm interested to see how he takes that.
Yeah. I think, though, the one good thing for the Nets here is the chemistry between Durant and Harden. They obviously had a couple of years in Oklahoma City together with Westbrook also there.
Yeah.
But James Harden was the first one to leave out of the three. He was the first one to move down to Houston. And then obviously KD followed his ways to leave OKC and go to Golden State. And now, Russell Westbrook had his move to Houston now. So
sorry about that.
It's going to be interesting to see how their dynamic plays out again. I think I'm very excited to see how it plays out, but it's definitely going to be I don't know how the Nets are going to really play that all that well.
Yeah. Again, it's going to be an experiment for Brooklyn, but really really big high risk, high payout kind of thing. It's either they win the title or, they don't. And people are going to be pissed if they don't. And hard game, slow for them.
Yeah.
All right. I say we swing to our next subject, which is, a little more politics this week. President Trump has been impeached a second time, which is the record for any U.S. president ever.
Crazy.
And he owns half of all U.S. president impeachments.
Which is even crazier. That one man out of 45 presidents?
46? 45?
I think we're on to 46 with Biden.
Yeah, you're right.
But 45 presidents, 4 impeachments, and he owns 2 of them.
Yeah.
Half. There has to be there's something, there's owning 2 of them. That says a lot about you.
He's a controversial guy. That's how he rolls.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter finger Trump. I'm not trying to be political now, not anymore because of Twitter literally putting him in timeout. I'm not trying to be political, but it is kind of crazy to look at our president and say, you've been impeached twice and you're still in office. Think about it. In the first impeachment, not one Republican voted for the impeachment. And in this one, there was 10 because of the events that happened last Wednesday.
And I think it's justified personally in the sense of these people that are voting had their lives endangered because of this man. So, I'd be pretty pissed too, It's like, you only just risked my life for your campaign.
Right.
seems to be dead at this point. Again, just clarifying to the podcast, I don't lean a certain way. I'm a very independent guy. I'm shot straight up the middle. But I believe that, again, violence is not justified. And yeah, so I feel like the impeachment kind of has some reasoning behind it. Is he going to be removed from office? I personally don't think so, because his what's it called? This tenure in office is good as done at this point. He's got what? Let's check.
What, 5 days? 5 days left.
It's going to be the 16th when he releases, so yeah, 5 days.
Or 4 days after. Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be 4 days.
Yep.
But, like, again, I think what happened, it's like you said, it's justified that these people voted for the impeachment. I also agree that he's not going to get kicked out. There's no reason at this point. I understand that.
Yeah. I think they did the impeachment more for the fact that it should be on the record. Like, they did it solely for, hey, just to clarify, this guy was impeached twice.
Right.
Like,
and
if history books.
Yeah, and if it goes through, it prevents him from running again in 2024. It prevents him, I think, also from talking politics in a certain a certain degree.
I think it just stops him from getting as much of an audience as he would.
Right.
I mean, running in 2020. But he's going to be real old in 2024. I don't know if he'd run.
I think he would. I think he would, just in the general sense of the Republican Party. I don't think there's so many like supporters of him out there that I think they would want him to run again.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know if the Republican Party would necessarily want him back. Obviously, it's all in the primaries. Like Biden he's the Democratic leader and the Democratic candidate because of the primaries. Trump was the the Republican leader because of the primaries. So once it comes to it. Yeah. And if the impeachment continues and it gets verified or whatever has to happen, then he simply cannot run in 2024. Which, to be honest, it's a big change for the American government. That's really it.
That's true. And obviously, I haven't really done much of my research on how that's going to impact my future, how it's going to impact your future. But a little nervous. Yeah. I'm always little nervous about change, but I'm pretty open to it, open to whatever life throws at us.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I say, bring on Biden. Who cares? I'm still going to wake up and eat breakfast, eat my dinner, and then go to bed, no matter what. Might be a little more expensive, but still going to be able to do it,
I agree.
All right. Now, we have 2 more stories before we hit into the hard hitters. Tom, would you like to take away our first?
Yeah.
Little news blip?
This is something that we kind of heard from one of our viewers, that they wanted to hear something that's not so mainstream media. I thought it would have been fun to kind of have both of us bring in our own news articles and then we both talk about it. And both people don't know what the other person's is. So I don't know what Chris is, and I don't think Chris knows what mine is.
I have no clue. Honestly.
It would be really funny if we both picked the same article. I hope we didn't. Anyway, I'll start us off. A tech developer from San Francisco, a German tech developer, forgot his Bitcoin password. And in his account, he has over $220 million worth of Bitcoin. And he forgot his password.
Damn, I picked the same one.
No way.
I'm messing.
Oh, man. My heart just stopped. Oh, my God.
Wow, that's crazy. $220 million?
220. Now, the going rate for one Bitcoin, the last time I checked, was $37,000.
Yeah, it's like $38K for a Bitcoin. It's crazy how stocks are working, man.
And this man, the reason why that's a problem is that the account that he has the Bitcoin in, if you get your password wrong 10 times in a row,
it scraps it, right?
It not only traps it, it dissolves the account and it's just gone forever.
Yeah, it scraps it. It completely kills anything you have in there.
And he got up to 8 failed attempts, and everyone was like freaking out, like he's done. There's no way he could do it. And to be honest, he gave up. He gave up.
I wouldn't risk. I wouldn't risk it. I would just leave it and then come back to it another day. Money's not going anywhere. If anything, money's going to increase.
I agree. He even said, he goes, you sort of question your own self-worth. What kind of person loses something this important? Think about that. You have an account full of Bitcoin. Now, I didn't do the math. I don't know how many actual Bitcoins he owned, but $220 million. what would you do with $1 million? Like, let alone $220 million.
There's a song
That's
about that.
really.
Yeah, old time song though.
Oh, well, there you
I
go.
had $1 million. Goody.
But that's got to be so like heart-wrenching. Like winning
Yeah.
the lottery is completely different. That's all luck. This was a Bitcoin miner, I'm assuming.
This is an investor back in the day. I heard bits and pieces of this. Obviously, I'm not too cultured on cryptocurrency and all that. I'm not a big
I agree. I'm
smart
not that
guy.
guy either.
We're fucking communication majors. We're not
I'm
made
a
for
film
stocks.
major.
Yeah, exactly. We're not made for stocks. But yeah,
Stonks.
But yeah, man, he seemed to have invested way back when Bitcoin was dirt cheap, and now it's not dirt cheap. So a lot of money in the bank.
Oh,
220 million monies.
There was even a guy. I heard a story this past week, and it's kind of similar. This guy tried to buy a $1.5 million house, I believe,
I saw that,
for 50,000 Bitcoin. The guy turned him down, and if you have 50,000 Bitcoin, I don't know. Again, I don't know the math, but
it's worth like 13 bill. No,
I don't even do
a ton of money.
I'm telling you,
$13 million, I think, just about.
It's gotta be. So I was gonna say it's way over the 1.5 that he was asking for. And if only if he took in the deal, he would have been a multimillionaire.
I got you on the calculator. Just a rough estimate.
Okay.
38,000 times 50,000.
Oh yeah, 50,000. Sorry.
Wait, what? 1.9 E9.
Oh, that's like whatever. Oh, I think it's billion. I think it might be billion. It is billion.
Not made for math. That's a lot of money. Ton of beans for poopy house. Essentially. Yeah, that guy kind of messed up. Cryptocurrency is very hard to gauge because stock market's always changing up and down.
Fluctuating, yep.
But Bitcoin and Tesla are like the only two stocks that I know that are always on a constant rise.
Which has been crazy. I mean,
they're always smart investments. And when Tesla goes down, you buy, and you buy a lot, and you buy fast.
Oh yeah.
Again,
but Chris, hey, listen, that was my story. I think we definitely killed it there. I still feel so bad for this guy. $220 million. But hey, listen,
a lot of money.
I didn't do it, so I'm kind of happy it wasn't me.
Yeah, me too. Feel you. All right,
let's hear what you got.
We're gonna shift into my story. I am a big music guy. I am very for the culture, and I'm sure everybody on Earth has heard of the new overnight sensation Olivia Rodrigo and the song "Driver's License." I'm personally a fan. I like the song. It's good. But I wanted to talk more about the statistics behind it, saying that Spotify says history-making song "Driver's License" is unprecedented, meaning it is miles ahead of anything they've ever seen. And I did my research on the side last night, actually. I'm not just basing it off the article here, but the song's been out for not even a week, and the daily streams. All right, I want you to guess
per day.
Yeah, number two song. I think it's SZA, if you know SZA, Good Days.
Yeah.
That gets 4 million streams a day.
Oh my God. Okay, so
how many streams a day do you think Driver's License gets? Estimate it.
Now this is bad because I have not heard this song yet, but I'm going to go out with 6 million.
I mean, that was a guess. Normally, in normal charts, that would be around what it is, or 5 million. It'd be very close.
Okay.
But yeah, this song's racking in like 14 million streams a day.
Oh my God.
And so far, I saw TikTok, right? TikTok knows everything. And I saw a TikTok that told me, like, with all like the revenue she's gotten off like YouTube, Spotify, and something else.
Probably Apple Music, maybe?
No. It's like Spotify, YouTube. I think it was just Spotify and YouTube.
Okay.
And a TikTok video saying that she released it. That's what it was. She has made around like 500K off this song already.
And that's just from that. That's not even like anything else.
That's just straight revenue off of those three things. She's made $500,000.
Oh
and
my God.
she's my age, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's 17.
Let me look it up. What's her name?
Olivia Rodrigo.
All right, let me see.
I got it right here. Let's see.
Olivia Rodrigo.
I can't even see. Damn.
She is 17 years old.
Yep, 17. She's making bread.
Driver's License.
Set for Life. Good song.
That's actually because like I'm trying to think of like when Despacito was like the #1 song in the world for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean
even
that's long tenured number one, but it wasn't as
14
popular as
million.
Quick.
Oh my God.
It's like the most. There's a stat. It's like the most highly streamed song like per day.
Why was this such like a big hit? Is it just that catchy?
I think TikTok has changed the music industry.
I completely agree with that.
And that's going to be, I feel like not necessarily the new norm, because this is a really good song. It's really well orchestrated. It has a really big appeal to TikTok's audience, which, I mean, I'm on TikTok, I'm a
Oh, yeah.
17-year-old guy, but I feel like there are a lot of teenage girls on the app. And this song is very relating to teenage girls in the sense that it's a heartbreak song, and it's just how it be. It's how life is.
I completely agree.
Yeah, and I think that it was just perfect timing from her to release a song like this, and boom, mad money and mad streams.
You know what?
She's essentially set.
She is actually set because it's only going to go up. There's no way it can go down. Simply, it can't. But it's funny that you said like it's changing. Like TikTok is changing the music industry, is because you think about it, right? Like how many songs blew up because of TikTok? Like Roses, like that song got on the radio because of TikTok, and it's not even the original version of Roses.
Yeah, and put your records on, same thing. It's
what I mean.
Cover.
Even like old songs are making comebacks.
Yeah.
But the funny thing,
you know what song blew up on TikTok that I was so happy about?
Which song?
Dear Maria, Count Me In. Bro, I had my emo phase in middle school. That shit was bumping. Oh my God. I heard that on TikTok. I was like, I got your picture.
But like, it's so funny with TikTok is because, people will know like part of a song.
Yeah, but they don't know the rest.
They don't know the rest.
Like you'll be in the car with somebody, you'll have like a song on that just so happen to like blow up on TikTok that you know. And then they'll be like, and they'll like sing the song they know, and they'll just be like,
yep, they'll just sit back. I know this from TikTok. I'm sorry, I don't know the whole thing. Like it's like the one song where it's like, oh my God. So like I had a crazy, what is that song? It had like a crazy dream. I sailed away to China.
Uh-huh.
It's like I sailed away to China in a little rowboat to that song, dude. And no one knows the rest of it.
To keep your laundry. And I got no one to hold you. What does that?
It's so crazy how fast things can blow up on TikTok. Like I listened to a song. I listened to two songs from TikTok. Ty Verdes, Drugs, and then Rescue by Johnny Two Phones. Those two songs I love. Like I think they're great, and they came out of TikTok. Yeah,
there are a lot of artists that come out of TikTok.
Oh yeah,
and it's I feel like that's good. That's really good for the music industry. It gives us more of an opportunity to recognize young talent and get them out into the real world a lot easier.
Oh yeah,
which is cool. I like it. I think it's cool that way.
Yeah. It's got to be a lot tougher to be like you get famous that quick and then you make one mistake and it's over.
I agree, but at the same time, I feel like it's a lot better for again the music game.
Oh no, I completely. When it comes to the music game and stuff, I agree.
Back in the day, think the Beatles, right? They didn't have like an internet outlet. There are so many stars, not even just from TikTok, but have come through like YouTube, like the internet.
Oh yeah,
Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes,
Bieber, yeah,
two huge artists that have came up just off like YouTube, and yeah, I feel like that it's real good for the music industry.
I agree, and that's awesome that she's getting 14 mil streams a day.
Back your guap, young girl, Jesus.
At 17, man. Oh God, we're praying for over 100 views on this.
Yeah, exactly. We're out here like, we can maybe get 100 views. That'd be cool. And then she's like, 14 million streams a day.
I'm 17. What do you expect? Driver's license. Boom. Go stream it now. I don't know. Love it. After this episode.
Keep helping her out, young creators. All right. After you stream the Breakfast Nook, of course.
Of course.
All right. Now, Tom, you ready to get into our hard hitters of the day?
Yeah, brother, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's kick it into high gear. All right, guys. We have reached the hard hitters of the day. If you are still tuned in and watching, make sure to follow our Instagram, and our Twitter should be
right above us, right here. You see it?
Yes, sir.
It's right
yes,
there.
Sir. Be sure to make a trip to the Twitter or the Instagram. The Twitter's down bad right now. We need some followers. We got 3 followers.
Listen,
big plug, Liz Conti, our only follower on Twitter.
Yeah, where's Erica? Miss Erica Robinson. You listen to the show, but you don't follow us on Twitter. Anyway, but hey, listen, if you also want to follow our own socials, they're right beneath us.
Exactly. Right Be sure to clock in and follow the socials. Much appreciated, everyone. All right. Anyways, I don't want to keep plugging us too hard, But we're going to be more focusing instead of mainstream media and all the news and stuff. This episode, we are going to be focusing on ourselves, like we said before.
It's weird.
Yeah, we're gonna learn a little bit more about Tom Grady and Chris Rotondo today, which I feel like I hope you guys will enjoy to kind of see the people behind the screen.
I completely agree, because think about it. Listen, we came into week 1 and 2 just straight up talking about what's out there. We never really got to introduce ourselves. I mean,
we never got to talk about what's in here,
I mean, I'm a ginger, so I don't have a soul. Chris over here,
No soul.
thankfully, he has a soul.
Of course.
Our Italian friend.
As soulful as they come. Italian, Puerto Rican, we love it. A little spicy.
Love it. Oh, yes.
All right, let's kick right into it. Tom, what do we got? First fact.
For me, I mean, I always say it all the time. I'm going to school for film, so it makes sense. I'm a film guy, big film guy. Listen, if you have Disney Plus, I'm looking right at you. If you have,
that's me. I have Disney Plus. Yep.
Disney Plus.
I have
watch the movie Soul.
Yeah.
That movie. Oh my God! I thought Coco was only going to be the only Pixar movie that was going to mess me up. Soul killed me, dude. I was sobbing like a little child at the end of that movie. It is so well put together.
I've heard.
Dude, oh my God. Like the whole story about, the whole point of it is this guy dying, coming back, dying again, coming back. It's like insane to think about. But the way, he introduces this lost soul to the real world, and now she wants to be in the real world. It's crazy. And to be honest, it really it's such a heartwarming. I mean, Pixar, come on. Pixar's a god at making like heartwarming stuff. It's truthfully something that, any kid, even adult can enjoy. And again,
it's great. Disney is making, especially recently, they've made a lot more heartwarming movies.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of always base their stuff around feelings. Like Toy Story, what if toys had feelings? Cars. What if cars had feelings? What if monsters had feelings?
That was such a good meme.
And then there was
feelings have feelings?
Yeah, I was gonna say that one movie. What was Inside Out? What if feelings had feelings? I love Disney, man. That's great. I love that.
It's so good. I mean, the best part is like they kill it. They knock it out of the park every time.
Yep. And to piggyback kind of off of your fact, saying you're a big film guy, big film fan, I am, and Tom too, we are both big film, communication, media, art students.
Absolutely.
And
this is how we met.
We met through, right, get this, paint this picture, sophomore year. We both take this class. Well, my sophomore year. Yeah. Tom's senior year. We both take this class called broadcasting. We run like a morning show at our school. It's great. And beginning of the year, I get put on like this camera duty, real poop job. I'm just kind of writing every morning and then pointing a camera at people. I really didn't like it. It was not vibing. And so I go to my teacher, big plug, Mr. Leonard, good guy, love him.
Absolutely.
I go to Mr. Leonard. I'm like, hey, could we switch it up a little bit in the sense of like I feel like I could have contributed more. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, totally. You're gonna work with Tom on sports. I don't really know Tom. I don't know who Tom is. Who the fuck is Tom? So whatever. And so we work on the show where we're just doing a bunch of sports stuff, and we click like this. It's crazy.
Dude, it was insane.
We're both pumping out content every day. We had 80 minutes to make a full-fledged segment, and we would do it without flaw every time. And I've tried to relaunch it. I really have. I've tried to relaunch it both years, my junior year and my senior year, with people, and I haven't found a partner that knows how to do the shit. And Tom's a good guy for that. And we actually won. We won an award.
We did.
Here. Look at this.
Yes, sir, dude. We got the best news package for the B day because in our high school we had 2 days. We had A and B days, and
that's
obviously
block scheduling.
It was block scheduling, four classes a day. But besides that, it was always a competition between us and the A-Day crew because it's just like that.
And I'll give it to you, that year, B-Day show was superior. I think overall we had the best news package without flaw. Dude, so easily.
Every day we would come in, without a doubt, we had something. We had top 5. We had our picks for the week.
And we had a plan. We didn't tell each other the plan, but we had it.
Dude,
it was weird. We had some like telepathic stuff going on. It was great.
It was so crazy. And then it was so funny because we would during the week, because we would always end up finishing with the week with top 5. We would always have it kind of like this, where we would come out at the end of the week, see what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
I would get like texts from Chris saying, "Yo, we got a top 5 play right here," and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, because we're always watching the same sports and everything.
"Always,
So
come
it's
on,
all on, and we're just like, yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's going on the show,
of
easy.
course."
And then we just be in and out quick. And yeah, and that year, I'll give it to you, the B-Day show that we were on, superior.
Yes.
Miss Herrick, Miss Robinson, love you guys to death, but B-Day show was better that year because I was on it, and so was Tom. So since then, obviously, it's been A-Day show because that's where I've been at, and we've been nothing short of elite. I am now a director, not the best, but we're there. We're there. We're moving, and yeah, we're making do at a 5-minute show every day.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
we're getting it done. All right, Tom, what do we got next?
For me, okay, back to sports. Yeah, obviously, this whole thing is sports. This whole show is like sports and media.
Yeah.
I used to be a big baseball guy, right? I always played baseball, right? And my dad, he's like me. Me and him would pick up any sport, and we're somewhat decent at it. But the sport that my dad is particularly really good at is golf. And I picked it up. Last year,
Swinging the putter guy.
dude, I come home last year from Hofstra, my first semester, and
Hofstra.
dude, Hofstra, my home.
First semester at Hofstra.
Hofstra, my first semester at Hofstra. I come home. Obviously, I wasn't that big into golf. I've always been around golf because of my dad. In 8 years old, I took a trip with him down to Ocean City, Maryland. And, I would be around. I would swing the club, really not play the game. And then this year.
The driver.
Come on, the big stick. It's always the kid's dream is to hit them long. But
of course.
This year I picked it. I decided, you know what? Let's take this a little more seriously. So I've become an avid golfer. And to be honest, today I was a little late because I played golf. So
it's all good, perfectly acceptable.
I was going to say, I'm happy that Chris was okay with it. I haven't played golf in like 2 weeks because of the little COVID scare with my dad, but we're good now. I work at golf courses. I've been, just around the game my whole life. So it only made sense for me to kind of continue it. And I'm kind of hoping to go back to Hofstra this year and talk to the golf coach, see if he could get me on the squad. But
on the squad,
you never know.
Little Tom Grady golf action. See, golf's not that popular with younger guys. So
yeah, but I gotta say, COVID really made the business a boom this year. Everyone has talked about golf. Everyone knows who Tiger Woods is. It's really COVID really helped with the golf industry because it was the only sport and the only thing that you could do recreationally to get out of the house that was socially distance able.
If you want to hit me with some tea time soon, I would love to learn how to play golf.
It might be down the pipeline. It might honestly be down the pipeline because I need someone besides my dad to play golf with.
I got you. I'm not good, but I'll get there. I don't have actually no. My dad's got a pair of clubs, but my dad's also 5'3". We'll see. I'll test out the clubs. I'll see how they work. Because my dad's got a bum shoulder. He has not used them. They are basically perfect condition clubs.
That's fine. Hey, listen, that's awesome though.
Yes, and kind of I hate to piggyback off you again, but my next fact just so happened to be in my high school days, I'm a big soccer, big track guy.
If you look right here, like where I'm pointing, you got the Arsenal FC.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a big soccer guy, but that's my team right there. That is
it actually? Yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Well, Arsenal.
Chelsea.
That's my team. We don't like Chelsea. I'm a big follower of soccer. I love Arsenal. They kind of suck, but it's cool. We live and we learn. I'm talking more about in the sense of personal though. I've played soccer all my life. Mm-hmm. Since I was around 4 years old, I started playing. And even then I could barely walk. Even today, my balance is pretty bad. I could barely walk myself. But yeah, I wasn't always the best player on the field, but I was always fast and I was really hardworking. So that kind of carried me through the days. I started off as a left back with which if you guys don't know, that's defense. I played defense. I was a stand-up left back and I was like really short. It was fun. I loved it. And then I was in like sixth grade, seventh grade, and my coach like, "Hey, Chris, you're gonna play striker." I've been a striker ever since. And this past year was my senior year of high school soccer. And again, I already let you know I was not the greatest. I played on JV till my senior year. Complete bum. But I really gotta give it to my coach and my teammates for kind of believing in me and pushing me to be a better player because I improved massively from my junior to senior year. I had no kind of motivation my junior year. I was like, I'm a bum. It's not gonna work. And then my senior year, we had this one player, really, really good player, come to join us up. name's Chris Fontanez, a really good player. And he kind of motivated us. He's like, hey, we could win something. And we were like, holy shit, like, you're right, because you're good, and we're gonna do good. We had a stand-up keeper, one of my best friends, Gavin Hersey. I've known him since God knows when. And he's one of the captains, stud keeper. He's committed to play at Bard College for the next 4 years in college. Good on him. And they were just like, yeah, we can win something. So that really motivated me to work hard. And I went from not knowing if I was going to even see the field at all to I played in every game consistently, at least 20 minutes a game. And I ended up starting a few, again, due to injuries, but we got there. We ended up starting a couple games. That means I was obviously pretty high in the pecking order. I was always one of the first guys right off the bench. And I love soccer for that. Always loved the beautiful game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I knew you were a soccer guy. I didn't even know about like this whole mental dilemma with junior year.
All that stuff. And I really got to plug my coach, my senior year, Coach Cohen, for, again, giving me that chance.
Cohen's a god. I got to be honest. Every time I'd see him in gym, he was always a G. He was always awesome.
Yeah, cool guy.
But I was lucky enough to go see Chris's senior game. That was really awesome to watch, like, the team play well and end up getting the dub that night, thank God.
Yeah, our team ended up reaching the state semis.
Which was awesome too.
It's like a record high finish for us. We haven't gotten that far since the 80s, I think.
Wow.
Which again, on paper, class 2021, our freshman year, we are on paper as, I think, the best freshman team of all time, record wise.
So well, there you go.
And so we kind of carried through.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool.
And so as for track, we couldn't really start until we didn't really have the option to start until like my freshman year. And from that, I got a lot of, it was my first year running, but again, naturally fast kid. So it was cool. I loved it. I was a mid-distance guy. I had a lot of good senior mentors that year, class 2018. Real good guys. Class 2019 too. I had George Christopher, real nice guy.
A homie right there. That's my guy.
Yeah, George, a good guy. And from then on, I kind of took on a leadership role because my sophomore year, we were a real young team. We had one senior in George. And then after that, it was just a bunch of sophomores and one junior. So me and a couple guys, my grade, we really had to step up and kind of not baby these kids, but like, give them something to work against. And we had to step into a big role fast. I've been a varsity runner since my sophomore year. And I take stick and run fast. Tom, let's kick it back over to you. What's going on?
I'm not as fast as Chris. Just look at me. Anyway, but I gotta say, it's awesome to listen to hear all that motivation. And one thing that keeps me motivated with the whole film thing is that I have the opportunity to film weddings. I've been filming weddings since I want to say the beginning of my my senior year, back in 2018. And it has been such a blast. I've traveled all over New Jersey. I've even gone as far as Massachusetts to film a wedding, that was probably my favorite wedding by far. We spent like 2 days there. It was so fun.
Seems like a good time, man.
Dude, filming weddings, like people, obviously weddings is always like a really fun thing to go to. You have the beautiful ceremonies, you have the fun receptions.
I love weddings. I'm personally a big wedding guy.
Bro, they are honestly,
I feel like being there and like being able to film, not knowing the people, is interesting. You feel like you learn a story.
Yes. You definitely, in wedding, like photography and videography, you learn how to make a story out of the day. Every time we come up to a wedding, we learn something new. We learn about the people. We feel it out during the day. Like, obviously we come into it, we're like, okay, wedding. But during the day, it becomes something more than just a wedding. You meet
the people.
Exactly.
You feel the vibes. You're like,
oh yeah,
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, and nice. It like from the start of it, where we get like the details of the bride and the groom getting ready. We have then them getting to the church or wherever they're getting their ceremony. It's just fun to go through the entire day. And don't get me wrong, it could mostly these weddings are like 11 to 12 hours before COVID. Obviously, during COVID, it's changed a little bit. We're having like 8-hour weddings, less than maybe even 6. and it's a lot less people, all masks. It's been a little different, but we've been lucky enough to do these weddings still after August.
That's great.
But it's been truthfully such a blast. You learn so much of like what you should want for your own wedding, like what type of listen, I think I've done over a dozen weddings. Maybe we're getting close to 20.
Wow, good on you, man.
I know,
Good
man. And every time I walk into the scenario, I'm telling you, it's just a completely different thing. And the best part is I'm a drone photographer. So a lot of people don't know that the drone is coming. So like once they see this thing with propellers in my hand, they're like, "Oh my God, it's a drone! It's a drone!" So like they lose their mind. And our signature shot that we get is our main boss. She brings like champagne, and we have like the drone there, and they shake the champagne at the drone, and it is always such a fun thing to watch. Like the
it's
couples.
a fun shot.
Oh my God! And
that's great.
We always keep it light. Erica Robinson, the girl, the homie.
What a cool guy. E-Robs, all I'm saying is, wait, you use your own stuff? You use your own cameras and all that?
I use my own drone. She has a couple of like Sonys that she has on her own that she brings.
Sick.
She's our main photographer, and she kind of like lets a couple of other like us, your boys kind of like, I'm not going to say it, but I feel like I'm the lead videographer now.
Stud.
Dude, it's
stud activity.
King and again, obviously, you have to get to that spot. And
yeah, it takes time. When
I first did a wedding, I was kind of like just timid, didn't want to speak out. Now I'm out there like, I have a shot idea. This would look so cool. And the videos that we produce, phenomenal videos.
That's how you make good videos, honestly. Yes. I agree. As a young kid who like knows how to, how shots work and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make good videos. You gotta be outgoing with your shots. You can't just you can't do the basics. Basics don't pay the bills. Basics do not pay the bills. All I'm saying is, E-Robs, if you're looking for a good pickup for your wedding crew in the future, I'm gonna be available. I'm gonna be there. You don't have to hit me up for it, but if you want to, I'm there. I got a car, I can drive. It's all good. All right. Not teeing off what Tom has said. I'm going off on my own right here. Another fact of mine is a little more personal. Well, not more personal because everything's personal here, but I'm a little more something that you wouldn't think that I'd want to come out and talk about.
Okay.
Very recently, I tested positive for COVID-19, which obviously is very scary for a lot of people. But God bless, I did not have it that bad. Again, a lot of people are very, very cautious about this. I was too. And I still ended up with the virus. So very hard game, slow for me.
Yeah.
And I ended up, I just had to serve out my quarantine here. Actually, in the second episode of this, I was rocking with the COVID. So I'm definitely not one to knock the virus and say that it's not that bad, because obviously it's very different for different people. I was just lucky and blessed enough by the good Lord to not have that bad of a case. And obviously there's not really much to talk about with COVID. I just kind of had to sit in my room for 14 days. I felt like there was a weight on my chest, which kind of sucks. But, in times like this, you have to be very careful with all that.
Right.
And
how do you feel now? You're 12 days in, right? Or you are.
I'm completely done. My quarantine's over. Okay. I'm actually free to go out and do stuff tomorrow.
Good.
So I feel fine now. Feel good. Feel giddy. So.
But speaking of tomorrow, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm making my, it's going to sound funny because I'm a senior in high school. I have to, lean up on a college decision pretty soon. But tomorrow I'm actually making my first college visit.
And where is that college visit, Chris?
Get a nice visit up to Hempstead, Long Island, and I'm going to visit Hofstra. Going to visit Hofstra tomorrow.
Dude, I'm telling you, you are going to love it. The campus there is gorgeous. Like,
they asked me for my t-shirt size in the visit.
Oh, really?
Free shirt?
Dude, I didn't even get a
free shirt. For the culture? Maybe we'll see. I'll shoot you an update. I'll shoot an update to the Twitter. I'll be like, free shirt for the culture, of course.
When I did my first visit to Hofstra, I knew right then and there, like, it was home.
Yeah,
like,
I feel you. There's always that vibe with one school for most people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you get there, you're like, I want to be here. I feel you.
I'm excited because I'm fine. I took the semester off this past semester. I was like, I can't do the online stuff. I'm so sick of it. But I'm going back the end of this month, and I can't tell you how excited I am. I'm so excited to be back learning.
Hopefully, Breakfast Nook will still be rolling.
It definitely will be. Are you kidding me?
The setup's coming?
Dude, Yes, I will get that because I have a single to myself. So
Yeah.
literally,
Oh, you're chilling.
I'm vibing. Are you kidding me? Come
You're chilling.
on.
No roommate troubles. I feel you.
No, yeah, my
Yes.
roommate Sally, you little shit, gets to go to Fordham.
Oh, what a
But hey,
sell.
I'm so happy for him. I can't tell you enough. But
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah,
I'm so excited for you.
yeah, man. I was blessed enough to have gotten in. I got accepted with the Dean Scholarship. I'm getting enough money to consider Hofstra, to say the least.
Good.
Hofstra's, a pretty penny, but
Oh yeah.
I ended up getting enough scholarship money that it kind of knocks it down to just just as much as the rest of all my schools.
Perfect.
So we are
Yep.
chilling. Can't wait to go there, kind of catch the vibes, and yeah, see what we're looking forward. I have to leave tomorrow at like 7:45 a.m. It's gonna
Yeah,
fucking blow, but we'll be there. We'll be there.
that's
It'll be
the
a
one
lot.
kicker about going all the way to the
Yeah.
island.
Well,
And
9:30. I picked up the 9:30 tour,
oh,
which
good.
kind of burns. There were not actually any open tours past 9:30, so I had to bum out with the earliest one possible.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting the gym tomorrow morning since I'm a free man. 5 a.m. Gonna be great. Get the pre-tour pump. We're gonna go to college. It's gonna be a good time.
Bro,
Love to see it, man.
absolutely.
Times catch up. All right, I don't want to babble on too much about my whole COVID college experience. After you, Tom, what's your last fact of the day?
This right here, everyone could see it. I think
Well,
it's been in frame for the past 2 weeks. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the stream.
This whole setup, I have my DSLR as my camera. I have a microphone right here. Your boy's a streamer. I've been streaming now consistently for about 2 weeks. I've always had like a Twitch account. I've streamed a couple of games here and there. I got a good laptop.
I remember back in the day.
Oh,
Back in the day, you did some streaming here and there, but you've been real consistent recently.
It's been, I agree with that because back in the day, I didn't have a whole big setup. I didn't have this room.
Yeah.
I just got a new thing for Christmas so I could stream on my PS4 so I could get games on there.
What is it, like an Elgato or something?
Yeah, the Elgato. So it's been dude, it's been helping me, and it creates a better atmosphere. And the stream quality has gone way up. I have, you see what followers there, donation, subscriber. I have a goal.
You get some big donuts?
No, I've gotten like $2 so far from my friends, but they wanted to do it as a joke to see like the text to speech thing.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Hey, money's money, bro.
Money is money.
That's how much money I made off my last podcast in total. $2. Big bills. Big bills. Big plug the lazy pod. Putting some food on the fucking table. Let's go.
You can get a $1 menu from McDonald's, bro.
Yes, sir. 2 McChickens. Two McChickens. Let's go. Turn me up.
But so like the thing though about this whole stream, right? I am 7 followers, 7, less than 10 to getting to an affiliate. And on Twitch, that means you can make some revenue from your streams.
Make some big
7 followers, guys. We are so close. If you have a Twitch account, if you want to help a boy out, T grades, I'll put it in the
follow
description.
some T grades.
I'll put it in the description so you guys can go check it out.
In the bio for the boys. 7 followers away from becoming a Twitch affiliate. Love to see it.
But that's enough for me. Chris, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. Just to key it off, I am broke. I am unemployed. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to cap off about my life recently. Obviously, being in quarantine has not been the most interesting. But yeah, I'm just happy that I get to do this every week and kind of keep myself busy. Like I enjoy filming this. It's not really much of a job. I agree. It doesn't feel like a task or an assignment. It's something that I do on the side for fun, and I enjoy it very much. And I'm glad people also tend to watch it too. Yeah. I had my mom talk to me. She's like, "Hey, about your podcast," and I was like, "Oh Jesus, she's gonna come at me for something or something. I don't know, some politics stuff. I don't know." And she was like, "Hey, I have people who come up to me at work, like, hey, I've seen your son's podcast on Twitter, and I've checked it out, and it's actually very well put together. Him and his friend do a very good job at what they do." And all I have to say to anybody at home, if you're watching right now, still, God bless you, because it's a fucking long podcast. But thank you very much. It really does mean a lot to us. Every view counts.
Yes, I agree with that.
Obviously, it's not about the views.
Yeah, no, it's not about the views. We're just saying this as a thank you. Obviously, we're not ending. This is the 3rd episode. But we really we thank you all for listening and watching, depending on what you do.
Yeah, a little goes a long way,
Oh yeah,
especially for some young creators like us. We obviously don't have a big audience. We're not like big major YouTubers or anything.
right.
Um, it means a lot. It means a lot to us that you guys tune in every week and you watch.
And if you enjoy it, listen, you could always get other people to enjoy it with you. If you want to talk about it with someone else, just share it. It's
Yeah,
not,
drop a share, get them to watch too. It's a
the
good
more
time.
we have viewers, the more we get input from you guys, and it makes our
The
lives
better
easier.
content makes
Yes.
not so much makes our lives easier. Even we love doing it. It just makes better content.
That's
And
that. Yeah. Yeah. Forget the whole lives easier
yeah,
thing.
better
Honestly.
content for the future. Our lives are already easy enough. This is not difficult.
No,
We love it.
listen, we come on Zoom, we talk whatever we want to talk about, and then we just edit it and put it out.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's
It's
fun
a
to
fun,
do.
yeah, it's
We
really
wouldn't
fun.
we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't a good time. And we have to thank you guys very much for making that possible for us.
I agree.
And yeah,
But with
that's
that being said, I think I've said enough about me. Chris, you seem you're fine
I've
with what you've said.
I'm more than comfortable saying what I've said today. I'm pretty good.
And I think right now we just say toodles. I hope everyone enjoyed another week with us. Seeing our faces, listening to our voices. I hope you
Of
guys
course.
enjoyed it.
I feel like you guys had a good time today. I know I did. I know Tom has as well.
Absolutely.
And needless to say, I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope this kind of spruced up your morning or your afternoon, maybe even your night, whatever you guys, whenever you guys are tuning in
Yeah,
watching.
dinner for breakfast. Breakfast for dinner, whatever it is.
Dinner for
It's fine.
breakfast.
Dinner for
Yeah.
breakfast. Yeah,
Dinner
meatloaf
for
for breakfast.
nasty. You nasty scum.
But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Tom Grady.
And I'm Chris Rotondo, and I think it's safe to say that we are signing off for the week. We will see you next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Deuces, y'all.